asking you like who you are and all that. And then from there on, we're going to jump around the questions.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh gosh, my voice is good.
You want water?
This is your water.
Oh, this one next month, eh?
Tuh ada jus di sana. I can just take that. That's my water now. Aduh. YouTube already live.
Amazing.
Wow.
Oh, alah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
ada link share ni. Alah.
No worries. They will share.
So you guys have a proper macam cosmopolitan punya YouTube channel. Is it like banyak or macam it's just that main one? And then
The main one is like all the admissions, the general, like but even the graduation. But like for us, like our school of the creative media, we will have our own
one
job.
specific one.
So-
Ready? I think we're there. We'll start in 20 seconds and you guys can touch up cerita saja.
Okay.
Baik, sebelum that baca Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Like, we can just have a normal conversation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that will flow naturally or something.
Nah.
Wait, do I look or not?
Huh?
I feel like I'm comfortable. I don't know how I look in your perspective. Yeah.
Situ lah. Alright.
But
If you're
alright. Alright, okay.
so just give the cue for us to start. Sudah. Oh.
1 minute ago.
Oh.
Okay.
Right. So, hi and good morning, everyone. In this lovely Friday, I'm Hanan, and I am here with our guest from Solve One Stop Solution. So, Mr. Farid, would you like to have the honors to introduce yourself?
Yeah. So, Alhamdulillah for inviting me. Thank you for this opportunity. Yes. So, I'm Farid. I'm currently the CEO of Solve Company. And basically, Solve Company, we do maintenance and manufacturing, but we focus more on the 3D modeling and 3D printing aspect of it, because I feel like there's a lot of opportunities there. And again, Alhamdulillah for inviting me, Jo, so that I can share a little bit lah, maybe if I can inspire a few people, it would be great. Yeah.
Right. So what is your, like, since you started your business in 3D, correct? Can you also talk to me, like, what was the history? Why 3D?
All right. Oh yeah, that's a good question. So kirakan sebenarnya, I feel like it all started macam I was in the engineering industry tu, and even masa I was kirakan like maybe 15 years ago, macam the topic of 3D printing was there, tapi macam it's just in the back of my mind. And the more it developed pun, macam during my degree, we learn 3D modeling, 3D printing for manufacturing purposes lah. But then when I see online 3D printing is just not limited to not limited to engineering. It could be for hobbies atau apa kan.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I have this skill ampai-ampai that I have 3D modeling, 3D printing. Might as well make use of it. And since I'm in the engineering route, then might as well use it for engineering kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Alhamdulillah, that started like maybe 2 years ago. And Alhamdulillah, it's moving in the right direction lah. Yeah, I would say.
So first you held the purpose was engineering.
Yeah.
And then it's hobby for some.
Yeah. I see it's more like hobby dia. Macam might as well get one dia. And then I was like, kenapa I'm limiting it to hobby saja? You know?
Right.
Then okay, let's turn it into like a business kind of thing. So yeah, it was more.
So give or take, which one has more clients?
Obviously the business
Sorry.
side. Yeah, the business side I would say. Tapi
Yeah.
it's more towards macam now regarding the business side, it's more focused because I feel like macam if we talk about 3D printing, I will always give this example. 3D printing are just skills and tools saja kan, and 3D modeling for that aspect. Tapi however you wish to take it, it's completely up to you. I think that's the most amazing thing about it. Macam I choose to take it into the engineering punya route. Some people might take it as a maybe F&B kind of thing.
Right.
And then they use 3D printing for that. So again, it's just a tool kind of thing where you can do whatever you want. Yeah.
Right. So, if someone wants to start 3D printing themselves, what type of software do they need? What is the software expectations they need to have? Even the hardware, what do they expect?
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Like I said, macam 3D modeling, 3D printing, or 3D systems in general, macam 3D visualization, 3D animation. Yeah, they will have individually their own software, hardware. For 3D printing in particular, of course, you need the 3D printer. But I feel like this is where macam people will be shocked if they are interested in it but not prepared for it. You have the 3D printer there, but you also need the software to do like the coding, to do the settings for you.
Right.
Yeah, and I feel like macam when people dive into 3D printing, they are shocked and macam scared. Apa ni this software that I need to learn it. So yes, I would say in terms of 3D printing, that's also the 3D printer part that you need to manage, but also the software part. And of course, the 3D modeling part has its own software. So it's a lot of skills and techniques that you need to learn to be able to do so. To give one software, I think it's because there's a lot of software and they're free as well, so you can try it out.
Oh. What, like Blender?
Yeah, Blender is one. So this is the way I will share lah, macam when you do 3D modeling, it's depending on what you want the outcome to be. So usually, from my understanding, animation, then you go with like Blender. If you want to go with architectural and like design, it's like usually SketchUp.
I see.
And then if you like for simple objects, then there's Tinkercad, which all these softwares are free. Yeah, Tinkercad, it's very user-friendly brothers.
Right.
And of course, when coming to the 3D printer part, there's a few lah, macam Creality Print, Prusa, and that's quite a bit.
Right. How, out of curiosity, have you is AutoCAD Maya still?
Sorry?
Is Maya the 3D? Is it still also used in the industry, or do you think it's dying out?
Oh my god. Last time I did that was like I think 10 years ago.
Oh, so that means we've been replacing Maya already.
I don't know. It's slow quieting down.
Yeah.
Tapi I think I think it's just there's so much competition kali.
Yeah.
Tapi I feel like if you want to use Maya pun okay je sebenarnya. Yeah, again it's like what you're comfortable with.
Alright.
Yeah. But that's a good one.
Yeah. So there's a lot, like you have all these different softwares that you are learning.
Yeah.
You have to pick up. There's also coding.
A bit of coding. Yeah.
Oh, just a bit.
Just a bit. Not like a hardcore code lah. Yeah, don't worry about it.
So it's like I can just Google. I can just YouTube tutorial this.
Yeah. It's usually more macam kenapa nak printing? Well, maybe the code is something wrong, something like that.
Alright.
Yeah.
So coding is not too much of a worry.
No, don't worry about it. Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, okay. No. So you have the 3D modeling, some coding, and then the printing.
Yep.
But is there any way to really optimize that flow?
Yeah, to make it like easy for people to begin dengan
especially beginners.
So let's think of it as someone who wants to try saja.
Yeah.
Then the easiest one is of course you get a 3D printer, of course. And then basically you already have like downloadable files and like presets that you can try and experiment with lah. So it will give you macam an idea macam okay, if this design, then settingnya the preset is like this, and this is how long it takes to print, and so on lah macam, because to print like I would say a cup and to print a mug can be completely different thing depending on the design. But you can print it, you are able to print it if you are new to it.
Oh, so it's also more towards like you're studying all the assets from online.
Yeah, I would say. I feel like if I were to give an example, it's like cooking.
Yeah.
So macam if you want to start cooking, it's fine. You know, you can make simple stuff. Tapi the more you you learn online how the recipes and stuff, you experiment more with it, then you start to become more comfortable with it. And that is macam kirakan you using one appliances lah. So so you become used to it. Then same with 3D printing.
So the flow is there. It's just a matter of practice.
Yeah. Like you can start with something simple, just boiling an egg, and then you'll get a boiled egg. If you want to make fancy, then you try some more settings, some more techniques and stuff. which is available lah. Yeah.
So you yourself, you've done the 3D modeling, you've also done the printing.
Yep.
So do you think it's better to like be a generalist, so knowing all of it, or specialize in one area of 3D modeling? I mean 3D itself.
Yeah, the specialization
Yeah.
route letter. Yeah, okay. Yeah. To me, personally, yeah, because I'm like a 3D printer enthusiast and also a 3D modeling enthusiast.
Yeah.
I feel like it depends the outcome that you guys, of the person itulah. So for me, macam, if I want it to be like a, not even a side business, or like a full-on business. So to me, macam, if I'm gonna go with the general route,
Yeah.
macam, it's too wide. So macam I cannot, when a customer comes, it'll be like, oh, what do you make? And I'll be like, oh, anything. That doesn't sound more special, not professional lah bunyinya.
Yeah.
Rather, if I say, oh, I focus on interior design, kind of thing. So again, with the cooking, example would be, like if I want, like I said, cooking is a skill. So I can pick macam, I want to cook home cook saja, like the easy comfort food, or I want to go with like fine dining punya quality, right?
Yeah.
So again, it's up to you. Tapi for me, macam I want to cook like fine dining punya because I want to be like the best of the best kind of thing, and I want to be
Right.
specialized in it. That's the type of thing I would say. Yeah. So if I would, quick answer would be, if in a hardcore business, macam you go all out, then specializing would be the way to go. Because I feel like macam, say if you 3D printing for kereta punya parts
Yeah,
which you can do by the way.
parts.
Yeah. And then someone comes to, hey, can you 3D print buildings for me? It's a completely different skill.
Right.
For macam, if you're automotive industry, then you need an automotive background kind of thing to understand the car parts, and then building will be a more different engineering or different
Correct.
architectural itulah. So yeah, in a way you have to specialize your kind of thing. Yeah, that would be my advice, specializing.
So to just wrap up that segment.
That long
The long
explanation.
segment. It's more like it's good to know as a generalist, but specialize in something.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and the thing is, macam, it's not a 1 year kind of thing. It's more about like, if you're passionate in it, of course you will learn the general one first lah. Tapi now when you see, okay, I want to make it more serious now, I wanna, have like a branch here, then I would advise the specialty route is the best to go lah. And it doesn't even have to be like engineering lah, but it could be like toys saja for education.
Yeah.
That's still okay. Or like kitchenware kind of thing. Yeah, it's fine. So,
Yeah. Correct.
yeah.
Right. So speaking of teaching and like education, do you think that this kind of industry, if someone is pursuing 3D as a career, do you think they need to take a higher education, so pursuing degree, masters, etc., or is it just I can just learn it myself on YouTube and be with that?
Yeah. Of the quickest answer is no, you don't need to. Tapi macam it does help lah, because macam during my degree ada course-nya which helped me to understand, okay, it's not a choice, macam I have to learn the modules apa, I have to learn how to 3D print, so on. And now that I'm here, macam it does help a lot. Tapi macam during my time there pun my kirakan course mate ada yang didn't end up liking it and didn't even do well in it just because it's not their passion kind of thing. They're more focused on the other aspect of I would say engineering.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and it all depends on if you're passionate in it, and if you're willing to spend time on it, and to sambung some more. Betul, my colleagues yang do 3D printing, 3D modeling right now, no, they didn't have a background. But you can ask them to print something and model something, they will be fine.
Right.
So they practice and they do enjoy it kind of thing. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's whether it's still skill based, right?
It's definitely skill based, yes. Tapi if you have the passion to do it and dedication to do it, yeah, you're good. Definitely.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay. So passion, I know it's not enough. You also need to know what are your what type of skill sets do you actually need with passion.
Yeah.
Right. So what type of soft skills or even hard skills do you think is required with 3D?
Yeah, I understand that question. So technically macam people worry it's not like you need to be good at maths kind of thing. You need to good
Yeah.
at like geography kind of thing. It's not that. It's
Oh,
definitely
man,
not.
the trauma.
Yeah, macam calculation what? No. Like I said coding tadi, forget about it. Yeah, nada tu. Yeah. It's so minor. It's you can just forget about it. Tapi it's more towards being able to visualize and be creative.
Right.
That is like basically the main one. I don't know if that's a skill.
I mean, creativity is a skill.
Yeah, sorry.
It's a skill.
It is. That's why. Yeah. So creativity and what is it? Creativity and visualization. Because like to be able to visualize something in your head and put it into like a software or a macam printing punya point of view, that's something I can see some people have difficulty.
Yes.
Macam they want to build this like this item contohnya, but they cannot visualize in their head how it is, so it becomes difficult for them. Tapi some other idea in their head is just how to do it next. So that one is easier to teach. Because, this settings here, just use this function, then boom, you have your like skyscraper. Yeah, because they already have it in their head what they want. So it's more of the visualization. That it's like saying, okay, I want to make a food. They need to visualize how it will be on the plate dulu kan.
Right.
Then it's easy to teach. Macam you just boil it here, you just put it in the oven. Kind of thing.
Yeah. So it's a more or less you want the way to train the visualization is to make them see more things.
Yeah. I have a friend. He's from 3D Lab. He does 3D printing as well. Namanya Haji. Right. I remember when I just started, I wanted to 3D print this screw bar. I know how to do a screw, make design, tapi I don't know how to 3D print it because macam that spiral or screw itu, like how am I gonna do this?
Is it the right direction?
Yeah, that one, and like macam printing, the fail kan, the tumbang or whatever kind of thing. And then I went to him and said like, "Macam mana, how am I gonna print this?" And he went like, "Okay, let's sit down together." Within less than 1 minute, it's like, okay, the point of the screw is just that spiral thing gripping onto the wood, right? So technically, you don't need to print the full one. How about you cut it cross section and then just print that one? It will still work, kan? I was like, benar jo. And I said, okay, wow, okay.
Yeah. So
that
the
way
functional part.
Yeah. Understand the functional part and macam what is necessary and being able to visualize. That one I find amazing from him.
Right. So like so it sounds like you also struggle in trying to find out like how to solve that.
Yeah.
Right. So but you managed to figure it out by consulting with someone. How about when you started the 3D modeling process? Like when you, even like beginners, I've seen them when they try to make models, they like,
struggle.
I can't make this, or the software crashes or and so on. How do you like still go on with this 3D business, or
okay.
like to have that motivation?
Yeah. That's another good question as well. Oh yeah, I remember before my degree, I had a 3D printer. But yes, I was struggling berapa besar. Because like, kenapa ya fail ya? And my model kenapa yang macam, this is my model, ada software, tapi sudah print lain dia.
Yeah.
So all that is, I understand, is frustrating. Tapi the best way now, I would say, is yes, now the community is growing, Brabis.
Right.
And now the kirakan resource material is available online. So at the time, I think macam I just want to start it saja without even like learning it. Right. So I was more on the gagas route lah. I want it. Tapi now I feel like macam if I were to give it advice, like don't expect it to terus dapat. It's more of a learning curve.
Yeah.
Macam as something that you enjoy. Like if you're playing sports pun, you don't become a pro terus kan.
Right.
Like you expect to fall, you expect to macam miss hit or whatever kind of thing. So I would say expect to kirakan struggle, but know that communities are there. Like I have my workshops as well, and there are a lot of 3D printer enthusiasts as well that are willing to just share their ideas. Yeah, there are a lot actually.
Oh, that's so good. That's interesting. Yeah. So as an educator myself, I also struggle in telling my students just to do it, but at the same time, expect a struggle.
Yeah, struggle.
Some of them, they want to do it, but the moment they find the struggle, they're like, I don't want to continue anymore.
Put off, right? But it's part of the process.
It's part of the process, part of the learning.
Yeah, learning lah. Yeah.
So you mentioned about community. I was thinking like, right, how big is the community in Brunei?
I would say Okay, not like super big,
yeah.
but they are. But I feel like it's just my opinion lah. To me, macam the community is based on like again like I said, hobby punya thing. Maybe like printing something that I would like to have,
Yeah.
rather than providing macam a service macam this is my specialty, here it is. So in terms of community yang macam hobbies, yeah, there are a lot. I would say active. And like sharing their ideas apa, I think that's one like Facebook.
Listeners that are interested in start 3D journey, they can always contact these people.
Yeah. Contact me, contact tiga dalam, yeah, anyone, yeah.
Okay, so with that said, like we are having a growing community. Do you see a future in Brunei for 3D? Like maybe Brunei becoming a hub for 3D products and audience?
I would say, yeah, the quick answer would be there's always a possibility, right?
Yes.
Tapi and macam again, yeah, there's always a possibility, and again, why not kind of thing. Tapi more on like I don't know. If you ask me, the current exposure is, or the 3D printing level and community is, of course, macam I'm grateful to be able to share, because one thing I'm trying to focus for my now, if I ask someone about 3D printing, what do we do? Oh, you guys, we do keychain. You guys do keychains. You guys do macam small gifts and stuff, right? So that's the kirakan awareness level that we are at the moment. Tapi macam in India, they use 3D printer to make houses. In Singapore, they do 3D printing to make medicines.
Right.
In Sabah, Najah, they do 3D printing to make car parts. Macam, you know, again, it's what you want to do lah. So if we are limiting ourselves to just small like keychains and stuff, then that is where we will be. If you try to aim bigger, then of course, the you know, yeah, I would say, if that makes sense, yeah.
No, I understand. Like, but can you just say that medicine?
Yeah. There's a company. I think it's a startup. Yeah. So even macam they invited me to visit them, and I was like, how does that even work? Like they literally, ubat macam koi lah, macam apa ubat macam how many, I don't know, I'm not experienced, but like apa ubatnya lah.
Yeah.
And then instead of eating 5 medicines, you just eat 1.
Oh,
I know, right? Yeah, of course. Yeah, but yeah, that's amazing to me.
So, wow. Then, if I may ask, right? So that in Singapore it's medicine, in Sabah it's car auto parts. What are the clients you tend to see in Brunei? I mean, keychains is one thing, but what about like the ones that we don't see?
Yeah. To me,
this is your opportunity to expose it.
No. I'm being told this to everyone. If you can do it, please do it. Because I myself, I want to focus on like engineering aspect of like manufacturing for machineries. So, tapi itu because I'm gonna like people will say, okay, if dorang buat, kenapa? Why don't I do it? Tapi because that's a good question. Tapi to me, even for my parts, spare parts for machinery, that takes so much dedication and specialization.
Alright.
Tapi if you want to see the opportunity in Brunei, there's a lot of opportunities. For example, education itu saja. Like even like STEM education or like visualization punya in terms of training, it's much easier to visualize. Research and development in ministries.
Alright.
And there are a lot. I know a company, they want to use 3D printer for solar panels.
Solar panels?
Yeah, again, I know. I don't know what they're going to use it for, but again, it's their creativity, it's amazing. Yeah. Maybe not like the whole solar panel, but like a part of the solar panel.
Right.
Yeah,
I was thinking maybe they could just make the solar panel instead of like facing the sun directly. It's on the side, so that it looks visually pleasing.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, another thing, interior design.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You know, like rather than having macam, of course, they have different macam ada yang pakai wood, ada yang pakai ni.
Yes.
3D printing is not limit. You can use 3D printing to make 3D interior design like wall decor and stuff.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
the industry here is really really big. It's just we need to tap into it.
Yeah, there's a question people say, oh, is 3D printing demand increasing? In general, yes. Tapi to me, it's more on the approach saja belum. It's always been there.
Alright.
It's just macam betul kena utilize or not. Again, I feel like people say, oh, I'm doing a 3D printing business. That shouldn't be the case. It should be macam I'm doing interior design,
Yes.
but 3D printing is my tool.
I
You
see.
get it?
So we have
Yeah.
to, in a way, we have to cater to what the audience wants to hear.
It's more of a macam 3D printing is a small slice of a big pie
Yeah.
kind of thing. Macam it's like the cooking thing again.
Yeah.
You can cook anything you want. It just you have to, if you're cooking like a small portion for a small audience, then that is your kirana lah, your goal itu. So if you cooking for like fine dining, then that is your another market. So
Alright.
it depends on
Yeah. Like how you present yourself.
yeah,
how you
exactly,
talk.
exactly. Yeah. It's up to everyone. Yeah. There's no wrong or right way from sebenarnya.
I see. So, right. So, do you think that is the main challenge in Brunei for the 3D business, or do you see other challenges in Brunei?
I feel like one thing that I can see, and by talking to people as well, when they want to go into 3D printing, they expect 3D printing need to be a plug and play kind of thing. Macam you just buy it, plug it in, and then just print all the way. Tapi sebenarnya enggak. Like if you're going to 3D printing, which is a skill in itself, 3D modeling you cannot run from it, and
Right.
3D printing is another skill that you need to learn and need to expect to be able to do. So I feel macam when people want to get into it, they be don't buy 3D printer and stuff, then they're like, oh, what? I have to learn how to do this, I have to learn how to do that. So adalah. So I think the initial expectation will be like a problem,
Yeah.
like a struggle that people
Right.
tend to experience.
So, not the whole like 3D printer is expensive or what?
No, the cheapest 3D printer
Cheapest?
from Shopee lah.
Shopee.
Sorry.
no,
Yeah,
like
I mean it's an option,
wherever,
right? Yeah, I think it's about like 150. I mean, ikut kemampuan orang. But yeah, dulu it was like 1,000, 2,000. Now it's like 200, 300 for a good quality one as well.
Yeah.
You know,
Right. 200, 300. Oh.
I think that's okay. I mean, if you want it as a business, it's okay.
Right. So, but that's only just the printer. What about the
So fine.
filament?
Oh
Correct?
yeah. The filament, yeah. So I would say filament in itself, there's different materials for filament. So of course, the most basic one can be about like $20 roughly. No, ada yang $15 per roll. But that roll itself can make a lot of things sebenarnya. So for example, like my phone,
Yeah.
like say I'm making this like case, whatever.
Right,
With
right,
that
right.
one roll, I can make hundreds sebenarnya.
So hundreds of cases.
100 of cases, yeah.
Right. So that means you need hundreds of phones.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But
Adalah,
I get it, yeah.
exactly. Maybe we can sell 100 of cases
Right.
with just that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again,
So that's a nice like visualization.
yeah, the way we visualize that,
Right.
it's not that expensive. Tapi of course, when you don't have the proper skills, you keep making mistakes. Then you keep printing a lot of time, trying out, and then of course the modeling part. Because if you are kirakan dah belajar benar-benar, then it'll be instead of spending 1 hour on it, it becomes 1 week.
Yeah.
So it is tiring, mentally tiring juga. So I would say that is why I can see people macam give up kali.
Right.
Because
Oh, okay.
they didn't expect it, and macam I feel like I guess from the 3D community part, which is myself, I wasn't there to show, hey, we have a community. We can, if you need help, let's just hang out and talk about it, kind of thing, or at a workshop, at the classes, kind of thing. And that's where I feel like I need to improve.
Yeah. So you never feel like it's an issue of the equipment, of the software. It's usually about the mindset with dealing with it?
Yeah, I would say the preparation lah. Yeah, because some people mau, tapi macam I think they panic macam, oh no, it's not working, oh no, what happened? So I guess it's more towards they don't know what to do afterwards.
Right.
Because the software and stuff ada yang free, like I said,
Yes.
and then the 3D printer, once it's there, kind of thing. So yeah, I would say
Yeah.
it's the what to do after kali is not belum bershare benar-benar.
Actually, you mentioned about 3D printing and then with automotives.
Oh, yeah.
What type of material would that be?
Oh yeah, okay, this is a
Yeah.
good one. So right now, I've shared macam ada yang buat untuk rumah and stuff, right?
Yes.
So kirakan macam the material tu is literally just a material lah.
Yeah.
You can, good theory, you can print anything you want, apa saja material you want. So for the 3D printer yang housing, it's cement tu dia punya material.
So it's a big printer.
It's a huge printer,
It's
yeah.
a huge printer, and then it's just squirting out
yeah,
the
like cement. Yeah, correct. The ubat, the material is just
see.
ubat stuff.
Yeah.
Plastic. So the automotive can be for metal if they wanted. So, there's another one in
Yeah.
Thailand. They're doing 3D printing for surgical, parts.
Surgical.
Like-
Like the metal arms.
Yeah, they 3D printed, which is amazing. So of course the material there is much more focused lah tu. Much more
Yeah.
special because for medical kan.
Okay.
But yeah,
Wow.
amazing, right?
Boleh jadi Digimon lah.
But yeah, amazing though.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing. So that's why,
Right.
imagine from what I just said, our mindset is a keychain to all these stuff that I just
Right.
mentioned. Which
So the business is there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
we need to just take.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right. So, with that said, like if the business is there, why, for any freelancer, what's the best way for you to like calculate the price when they are working with a business?
Yeah. So one thing that Misty I would advise to, if they want to get started, to 3D. I'll give example. If I want to model and print my own bangunan,
Yeah.
I can design whatever I want, however I want, and basically tidak salah lah. Tapi if when a client comes to you,
Yes.
they would have their own expectation and it's fair because they mau print something, right?
Yes.
So it can be macam I want to be specific this size, I want dalamnya macam mana, this model macam mesti you ada this complicated shape because I want it that way. So one thing that you have to kirakan understand is that if you want to start this one is that apa tu, that's why specializing is so important to become very good at it. Is that apa tu, you need to be ready and basically well equipped lah in terms of preparing to be ada demands from the client in it, demand in terms of specification and parameters itu. But in terms of pricing, you asked tadi, so kirakan what I can see is when I'm printing a cup, the go-to solution is to compare price dari Shopee to Temu and to see, okay, if
Right.
ini murah sini, so if like Temu is selling it $1, then I have to sell $1. No, it's not the case.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be the case.
It
Pasalnya, kirakan Temu is not customized, it's not, it's
Yeah.
not simple. You are basically making something for the client, especially for the client. You get it?
Correct.
Like do it, It's basically your mindset should be macam if I'm specializing in making croissants, contohnya cookies, I'm not making a generic croissant or cookie. I'm making a cookie or croissant that the client actually wants.
Right.
So of course it's more special, no?
So it's more special. So
Yeah. So one, of course, then you can amp it up a bit. The second one is macam kirakan what they don't expect is I think the time it takes to print.
Yeah.
So I just said macam I can print like this case 100 times.
Yes.
Tapi to print this case take me 2 days.
Oh,
Yeah.
so one case is 2 days.
Yeah. So imagine when if you're charging the case for $5 saja and you can only make it for 2 days, then it's not really a feasible business.
Right.
Yeah. Macam you have to think about, okay, I need to invest my time in this for 3 days. Then it has to worth 3 days punya quotation lah. Kind of
Alright.
thing. And of course another thing would be banyak ni sebenarnya. Would be
Yeah.
apa ni? Kirakan mistakes.
Right.
Like I've done 3D printing now, maybe 10 years as a hobby. That hobby 10 years.
Yes.
Well, that's a long time. And even until now, I still make mistakes. My print still fails.
What usually? What's the reason for that?
You're feeling?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the best one is this story lah. Sometimes it's within your control, sometimes it is not.
Yeah.
The one within my control would be I forgot to change the settings. For example, macam to print a 3D printer, settingsnya might be like this. To 3D print a case might be like this. Tapi to 3D print a vase might be different settings. Macam the speed matters, you know, the temperature matters.
I see.
But yang that not within my control would be macam a story would be kami printing this big thing. It takes 8 hours to print.
Yeah.
Right? So I was printing it 6 hours in. My colleague came in, buka, and because saya buka pintu, the rush of breeze
made it cold.
And ada window, so you can see macam the 3D printer went like. And
no.
just because of that, habis dia.
So it needs to print 6 hours again.
Yeah, so start over. Yeah, it's like start over again, and then yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not macam can I save it or not? It's like lagi sekali.
Yeah.
So,
But that's mistake on our side. What if the clients they see the models, it's finished, but they want it to be reprinted again?
Yeah, I mean that happens all the time, and it should be expected. So again, we're not going to salahkan the client because they want something, right?
Right.
Tapi for the way we handle it is usually macam we have stages of confirmation. So we do like 3D modeling first, and we say that okay, this is the color, this is how it will look like. Are you happy with it? Then baru we move into the printing stage, and then printing stage we print. We got okay, this is the printing stage. We still need to paint it there, or we still need to sand it down there, or we still need to finish it basically.
Yes.
But so the first one we would do in stages. Tapi of course, for me we usually calculate it already in our head. Oh, we have to print it twice. It's already inside my brain, our brain, that we have to print it twice. That's part of the pricing. And of course, another thing would be, we set one limit to 1 or 2 iterations. If not, there's going to be additional charge.
I see. So you have to, from the beginning already, you need to expect that there's going to be some form of reprint. So we need so the pricing needs to match that.
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
right.
It's part of the.
So 1 or 2,
I mean, this is where skill matters. As well, because imagine macam the problem sikit saja, tapi because you are new to 3D modeling, something that takes 5 minutes can take you 3 hours, 3 days bah. So if you're skillful, then you can just see that 5 minutes is okay lah, macam free of charge saja. Tapi if it's going to take you 3 days, of course you are going to start considering, okay, this is my time I'm investing in. So skill does matter, I would say, in your cost. So of course, maybe awal-awal tu you consider it lah.
So skill matters. So does it also contribute to like the quality, right?
Yeah.
So overall, what do you think actually helps with balancing quality and efficiency, especially since it takes hours, it takes days.
I think a good example is macam I should have brought all my stuff to show. Tapi it'll be a lot. I'm gonna go
it
with.
It will be filled here.
Yeah. Tapi it'll be interesting now. Say if I'm printing a bottle cap.
Right.
Yep. So sekiranya macam my setting is like the lowest setting, right? It might take me maybe 15 minutes. 15 minutes at lower setting though. 15 minutes already. Tapi because macam ada grooves-nya or ada macam the kirakan quality matters. Just because I said it to be very I know. So from 15 minutes to 6 to 8 hours, huge difference. So what we do is we ask the client macam what is it used for? Does it matter the precision about? Like it's to the point where we're talking about 0.01 of precision. So it matters just by having that plus minus 0.1 millimeter or 1 centimeter.
Oh, so even something as small.
Yeah, something very small. Yeah, imagine
the whole thing.
Screw. You have to be very precise kan kena masuk there.
Oh,
so
wait.
it will need
We
more
go
time.
back to the screw issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even like the
I should know
Yeah.
this. But yeah, the tajam part lah, it will not go in.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
The
if you're just making a
ball
cup, if it's just a few millimeters taller, it's fine. It's good actually.
Okay. So this is a personal question.
Alright.
What model is the best to start with?
Model, like
Yeah,
model.
like when you're starting with like printing,
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole start like should I start printing a cup
Oh,
just
yeah.
to start out? Should I
yeah.
print like
Yeah.
I like the small models like Warhammer
Yeah, no,
40K. Like
no,
I want to try that,
I know,
but
that's
what
it.
should I start first?
So, kirakan, this is I think how kirakan the 3D printing industry is trying to make it easier for you guys. For everyone, sorry, yeah. Kirakan masa you buy a 3D printer, there's already a file there waiting for you just to print. So it's kirakan a small boot lah. And like that small boot itu has different settings that you can play around with. So you get to see macam if kirakan your setting itu is good enough, you can basically play around with the settings lah. But then again, if you want to try to model yourself, then I would say anything will do lang sebenarnya. It's up to you. Like a cup would be nice. No, I would say keychain is nice as well. Yeah, that's the beauty of it. I think you can do whatever you want.
Alright.
Yeah.
So that's my personal question.
Oh.
Right. I also have questions from online as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Right, from online, even some of the students are texting
Alright.
personally.
Alright, okay.
Right. They're too shy to text through the Zoom, so they're sending it to me directly.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So from beginner to hobbyist to professional,
Yep.
when is a good start? And like, what is highly recommended on how to start?
Okay. Start now.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
no one
start
stopping
now.
you. It's up to you when to. Yeah. It's like those saying macam, when should I start my goal? You can just start now. It's up. It's up to you. So start. I would say start now. And then the second question was, how do I start? Is it how do I start?
Yes.
What's the best way to start? I think.
Right. When is a good start, and what is highly recommended?
Okay. Yep. So start now. The recommendation part is, I feel like, I think, you could like deeper to be, you could niat. Why do you actually want to do 3D modeling or 3D printing, right? Because I feel like macam if my 3D printing is for hobby, then I will go deeper. Macam I want to print what my hobby is, atau like a mouse, a cup, or gaming mouse kali. Then I will start learning how to model, how to do mouses, or I'll see online apa yang any downloadable files that I can have, so I can play around with experimenting with print, whatever, so on and so on. So yeah, I feel like the best one is to know what you want to print first, because we don't want like macam to have a 3D printer that's just gonna sit there because we don't know what we're gonna print.
Sekarang simpan baju tiap jadi kot, right?
Macam just another stuff
like my
there.
treadmill. Like everyone's treadmills at home.
Everyone's treadmill. But something that you want, and then the rest is just mainly towards trying out and learning lah.
Right.
Yeah.
So another question that came in is, since it's printing, can we print a specific color? Or is there a painting process, or is it a whole new field outside of 3D modeling and printing?
I love these questions actually.
Yeah.
So you know when I said the material though,
Yes.
it comes in different colors.
Yeah.
So you can just buy the color that you want. Ada yang macam mixed color as well. Oh, and then another thing. So people punya mindset. So sorry, yeah. Like kirakan people think that 3D printer one color saja boleh print.
Yeah.
There's multi-color printers. So imagine there's one print,
Right.
it can print different colors bah.
Oh,
So
so
you're-
is it like 3 different nozzles ka, or
There's one. Tapi usually what happens is that they print with white color, print, and then when it's time for the red one, they keluarkan, masukkan, print, kind of thing.
Alright.
So I don't know. So that is one answer, where you can just have multiple colors. What we do sebenarnya, so for example, I'm making a bottle with a cap, and I want to be different color.
Yeah.
So I separate it. The bottle is this color. The cap I print separately to have a different color. But then the second one is of course painting lah, if you want. It's up to you. It's up to you.
Right, so no modes of specific paints, acrylics, oil paints.
No, not really.
Oh,
Not
but
really.
what's your preference?
I like it to be painted terus with the filament, the material,
Yes.
so that I don't have to do that extra step. Tapi sometimes macam it's detail berapa colornya, then painting it is. Yeah. To save time, of course, I'll try my best not to paint lah. Tapi some people enjoy painting juga, so then by all means go for it.
So when I know, like, so this is art, the art side,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they like to start with a white canvas. So does it make, is it the same with printing? Is it better to paint with a white print,
Like, yeah.
or?
Oh yeah, definitely. Actually, like I'll give example of my two colleagues in here. One of them always paint in white color, just so she can paint it themselves, because she enjoys it, and to her, she's good at it,
Yes.
and she enjoys it, and she feel like she can go more detail to it.
Oh.
The other one is more efficiency.
Right.
So she rather pecahkan the barang macam the hair dia print in black, the baju print separately, and then tamu-tamukan siya macam Lego.
I see.
Again, it's up to them. Like again, it's
Still,
up to you guys.
so in a way, up to the viewers,
Yeah.
up to audience.
Isn't that
I don't
amazing?
know.
You can just do technically do whatever you want.
Right. So the possibilities is there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Another one is in Brunei. Where can I learn? Like, if I don't want to learn from online, I want to learn from someone like
Yep.
that guided, the guided education. Like,
Yeah.
where can I learn to do 3D printing?
Okay.
Or do you perhaps have a workshop coming up soon?
I just had
Or
one. as well.
do you teach any techniques
Yeah.
outside of that? Like,
For currently, I feel like after I say this, many workshops will pop up, but which is fine though.
I mean,
Yeah. Currently, we do have workshop that we run. You know what? The funny story. I planned the workshops for 3D modeling and 3D printing, like last year, for it to be once in 3 months.
Yeah.
But because of the demand, it's once a month.
or
So you can see that demand is there, right?
correct. Yeah.
But yeah, so to answer that question, Kiran myself, the company that I work at, we do provide workshops. As of now, once a month. I feel like it's going to be, we're okay to have it more. But yes, so there are workshops from my side. Yeah, I don't know anywhere else at the moment, I'm sorry. Tapi yeah, for me and my team, we are more than happy to accept interns or whatever,
Right.
to learn, because again, for us if we are going to be limiting for our views saja, yeah, there's so much you can do with 3D printing, and we need all these people to show their creativity, their mind, because it's amazing. One of our workshop, right?
Yes.
The youngest was 16 years old.
Oh,
The oldest was 70 something years old.
7? Oh, wow.
Yeah, same workshops also,
Yeah.
two different one. And you can see the 16 years old, dia design punya a very complicated, not complicated in a very complex, sorry.
Right.
And he was able to do that, and his background kusong. So it was a 2-day workshop.
2-day workshop.
Within that workshop itself, he managed to print, kirakan he's a gamer, so
Yes.
mouse holder lah, his gaming mouse holder with a charger.
Oh,
He did that in 2 days with a zero background. And then this other guy who was like 70 plus, he was doing something for his car, a part for his car, and again zero background as well. He managed to do it. So it's two completely different industries that they're thinking about.
Yeah.
But again, it's up to you guys. So in terms of workshop, yeah, just join our workshop.
all right. So it's once a month. Where and when? When's the next one?
When baru finish the other one, but usually at I Center. It's
Yeah.
not too far off, I think.
So
Yeah.
I Center at Brakas. So anyone's interested, you can just
Across
drop
the road,
by.
right? It's across the
Yeah,
road.
it's just across the road from Cosmo.
The bridge as well.
Right.
Yeah. That's
So, when you have the workshops as well, like, do you also go and teach to other people?
Right, yeah. Right now, we're approaching schools, because I believe that it's better to teach them young, right? and like see they develop on it as much as they want lah. So we do approach schools, and companies do approach us to teach 3D modeling, 3D printing. So of course they have their own agenda lah. I mean they have their own target that they want to pursue, but it's fine. So yeah, in terms of the workshop, it's basically from us trying to share our passion. The schools and companies that approach us is more towards they have they want to learn something for their company, their objective, and again it's fine for us.
Yeah, I think that's really good exposure to the 3D industry juga.
Yeah.
Right. So, there's also another question that just came in. Is outside factor affecting, such as environment, dust, or it can affect the printing? I think we also discussed that just recently.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
it does affect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, it's like this 3D printer. You have to jaga it berhabis. You have to know it berhabis. You have to care about it berhabis. Where sometimes for different material, ini boleh aircon on at all, boleh kipas on at all.
Oh, so it's just very hot.
Yeah. So it needs to be very warm. Another like a story yang Charlie was 3D print something with this material namanya ABS.
Yeah.
So it's basically hard plastic lah. You lintas it because of that small breeze to collapse there. Like what? Oh yeah.
So that's how many hours of printed gone?
Yeah, exactly. Tapi if some of the material, okay pulang, ada boleh baikon apa-apa. But yes, tapi dust macam, it's more towards when you're printing something, it's stuck to the platform. If ada dust, it's not gonna stick properly, so it might slide kind of thing. So yeah, and then of course the printer nozzle pun, yang the way it can inject, if it's not clean, then it might affect.
Right. So that means that. So what about the one when it's printing the house? That's like a lot of environment factors.
I know, right? Yeah. I feel like the material maybe it's not as sensitive lah.
Yeah.
Because cement, macam if ada mixture sikit, it's okay. If ada air sikit, it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, if any macam plastic, moist sikit, then habis lah. I can you imagine like the medicine one, like mesti like close environment berhabis.
Yeah.
Just wow.
So
They're making medicines.
So when you went to Singapore to see one.
I didn't go. I just saw a video.
Oh.
I didn't get time to know.
So all equipments.
Yeah, like pakai mask. Yeah, I know, right? Wow, amazing. Not gonna lie. Oh, like so they're using 3D printer as an FMB thing.
Oh.
So you know how macam chocolate, macam you can make designs. They're using that to print their chocolate. Yeah, I don't know the technology.
Okay, so we can make model figurines with chocolate.
Yeah, amazing.
So food, so pudding.
Yeah.
Nasi katak one day.
Like rice, sambal, I don't know.
I don't know. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
yeah, so it's possible.
Yeah, okay. Amazing one. Like that's great. It's up to you guys. Yeah.
So another one, business side.
Okay.
So
oh no.
what does it actually cost to just start up? Like I know you mentioned that even a printer can cost 200, 300 at Shopee.
Yeah.
But overall, what's the amount?
Yeah. Okay. Of course, macam this kirakan you have the skill punya cost and the equipment punya cost, I would say. Yeah. So if you're talking about equipment saja, I mean, to start, maybe I don't know, as low as 1 to 2K lah. You're good enough.
Oh, so even a computer that you're using doesn't have to be high?
No, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. Like, just, like, people, like, do I need a gaming laptop? No. The one we have in the office is like the lowest spec I could get. Like, the printer, the laptop was about $400.
$400. So it's like a work laptop, office laptop.
Yeah, like, can't even, like, you know, kalau buat 3D animation pun mati tu kalau.
Yeah.
Tapi we're talking about simple objects, right? Simple objects, the lowest spec is able to run. So that's the computer part, and then the 3D print was, I said, like 300, 400, and then the filament is about 20. You just need to know the operational cost tu, macam karannya, I feel like the setupnya.
Yes.
You know, of course, like so, the 3D printer is sensitive. So if you're gonna print, you need a very sturdy table. Imagine your printer shaking.
So you need to at least buy one really good table.
Yeah. Someone asked that time, can we print it on the floor?
Yeah, why? So
Tak-
is that a good idea?
Takut saya macam ada you kick tertandang ada dust
So
apa.
the dust and all that.
Yeah. And
So you still need it elevated, Chak.
that's my advice lah. We did try to print it on the floor, no pelang apa. Tapi in the long run, and like it'll be funny je kan, like something 3D printed on the floor. I think aesthetically, table would be nice.
Yeah, table would be nice. So, and then you mentioned about Karan. Like, does it really take a lot of like energy
We
or?
sabar. Yeah, my friend calculated for me. I don't know if like you're more exposed it or not. Tapi in short term, seeing that doesn't like it's not like a $5 per hour kind of thing. It's not. It's not. It's like a maybe I don't know, few cents per hour kind of thing.
So it's not too expensive
It doesn't
to let
drain
it run
no,
the whole
no,
night and
no,
so
no.
on.
Because essentially, what the 3D printer is a very small heater with a motor running around,
Right.
moving it around.
Okay.
It's not macam apa ni, a huge pumping, constantly, It's just a small, kirakan parts lah.
So, Kai also is asking. So 3D is expensive to buy, but can we still approach you to get some models and print with you with Solve?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So even though you guys specialize in engineering, you
Yeah.
can still print.
Yeah, that's the thing. So one thing, people, when I keep saying specialize, right? The thing about specializing it is, yes, you are specialized. It doesn't mean you cannot do the other things sebenarnya. It's just for me, in terms of business point of view, it's kirakan more attractive to say you're specialized in something, but you can still do other things, of course.
All right. So how do we? So as the viewers in the audience, how do we approach you
Yeah.
to get quotations on all
Yeah.
these small,
Then-
even the smaller things or the bigger ones?
Yeah. Usually they either know me, macam they have my phone number or the company's phone number, or you can just visit us at our Instagram and TikTok.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's plug in. What is your Instagram?
Sabar.
To remind our viewers.
I think it is. I'm quite sure. Yeah. SO3D.
SO3D.
.bn, I think.
Right.
Ada
So
BN ke?
SO3D.bn.
.bn, yeah.
So not solve.
No.
Instagram.
It's a funny story. I don't know. It's not really related to planning, tapi I hope you don't mind if I just share.
No, sure.
So Solve in itself, the company itu, came from trying to solve a problem that we see in the engineering world lah. Tapi when we see actually, if we're gonna order parts dari luar saja, we're not actually solving anything. We're just being another vendor. So actually, we have the skill 3D printing. We utilize this as a tool for engineering purposes. So I was like, okay, Solve can be the maintenance side, and then let's take the Solve the SO part to make it the manufacturing part. So SO 3D, so anything in 3D. And then the middle is like OLV is the kirakan inventory part. VE is the maintenance side. So
I see.
it's boom, one whole thing.
Right. So
All together makes Solve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So SO3D is where we can contact you
Yeah.
for all the inquiries, for asking for prints.
Yep,
anything
workshop
from
apa-apa.
small, even workshop.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's another question as well. Banyak questions for
Yes,
you
benar.
today.
Okay, it's fine.
okay.
It's good though. Yeah.
Right. So your prediction for 3D printing for the Brunei creative industry.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you see in that the future for them?
Wait, 3D printing or 3D modeling?
3D printing, 3D modeling in the creative industry. So
Yeah.
specializing in that area.
Yeah. So the 3D printing part in the creative industry, like how if I to predict it, again, like I said, the demand is always there. Macam like you mentioned Warhammer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Macam I don't know what they start. They start with a board game, I think,
Right.
and then they sell their figurines for collection and stuff. So imagine if you want to focus on the gaming industry, that counts,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Commissions for that. Sorry. Commission?
Oh.
Okay. So
But-
you also had experience with them, Joe?
No. But there's an opportunity that is just too many for me to take.
Yeah.
You get it?
Tapi you've heard of people
Oh yeah,
making
definitely.
fashion,
Yeah. of course. Like, yeah, there is.
The galang, the
Yeah, bracelet. That's quite common. We get orders from there as well. Even though that's not our main one, but why not kan? Macam, and then there's fashion, and then there's like corporate gifts and stuff as well. So imagine if you just focus on fashion saja, there's so much you can do in it. And then like for gaming as well, there's so much you can do with it.
also even gifts pun, like have you even gotten like asking to create prototypes for gifts?
It wasn't even a prototype, it was the actual gift
Oh,
itself.
so they were just ready with the model.
Yeah. Macam the best one,
Sorry.
what do you call this? Orang wedding, door gifts. So door gifts for 3D printed stuff, door gifts. So,
Okay, so door gifts.
yeah, you guys can take
3D
it. I don't mind.
So how many days did that take? Since you said
Banyak.
one.
Yeah. I had to print 1,000 pieces.
So of 1,000 pieces of the door gift,
It took me, I think, a month or 2 months.
1 month.
I think 1 to 2 months with 8 printers running at the same time, 24
Right.
hours. Yeah, I know, right? Tapi but the BTS, you just model it once. Just press print.
So at least it's like I'm just sticking on the print.
Yeah, like
So-
just leave it there, like look at it for a bit, and then if it takes 4 hours, look at it for 5 minutes, and okay, I'm gonna do my own thing.
So in a way, if a business is going to start, do you need lots of printers or just a couple, like one is enough or?
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
because if you want to start this business, let's say let's set yourself maybe a few months to learn it first, macam to get comfortable with it. Yeah. So maybe just start with one and then build it slowly lah.
So we start with one print only, and
Yeah,
then like if we need more, if their
Yeah.
demand is more, let's say if you were going to work with the door gift industry,
Yeah.
you
If
need 1,000 printers.
Yeah, exactly. Banyak brothers kan, and if banyak clients, okay, wow, all the best for
So
everyone.
So we have some. I think we're gonna take these as the last questions
Okay,
before
okay.
we can end the session.
Okay.
All right. So for what's your best take for 3D printing? Right. So a possibility that no one is aware of in Brunei. So more like the potential market that hasn't been explored before in Brunei.
Okay, so like say apa ni, someone wants to get into 3D printing, where should they go, right? Okay,
yeah.
so bro. Okay, you know what? I would love if I were to start, it would be in the what do you call it?
So it's like the Montessori.
Of course not, and then you can go with STEM education.
So all the toys where you get to
Yeah,
the one with
with the RFID, the coding, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool, education-wise. If I were to start, where I would go. But then I understand sini creative media, fashion.
So I mean we do need to see more fashion. We can see more. Like, can we reprint traditional accessories?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Again, yeah. So keep it simple anywhere lah tu sebenarnya.
Hey, jangan keep it simple. You can continue.
Kata banyak apa ni? You know those corporate punya nama?
The signages.
Yeah. I did that for Brunei Life Wire.
Oh.
The signage. Yeah. 3D printed.
So like even big companies can ask you guys to fabricate things. So do you also do the ABCI? Sorry, this is like a
ABCI
bit.
punya apa? ABCI punya company.
Yeah, the
Belum
ABCI
lagi.
for the like to install or just.
Oh no,
print?
we just print and then the installation is different story.
I
So it's just like
see.
my part is manufacturing. Here you go.
Wow.
But if someone wants to focus that as a big thing, yeah, of course, can lah. Because it's just for us. It wasn't our main thing. It was
Yeah.
just a kind of but can we do it? So I say yeah, sure, why not?
All right. So I think that is all the
Yeah, come on.
questions actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad.
So thank you so much,
Thank you for
Farid,
having
for
me.
sharing this this very educational. Not educational. It's just like it's really good to learn about the 3D.
Passionate, yeah.
The 3D industry in Brunei. So, all right. So, thank you so much for joining
Thank you.
for our stream. Thank you so much, our viewers, for joining our stream as well. And then that's about it. Let's wrap it up.
Thank you.
Bye.